Rob.
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Marcus.
Hey.
No. Chris is not going to bother. Well, at least Chris joined in there a little bit.
I think we should explain real quick that Melodrama had a song stuck in his head all day. And it was
because I did watch West Side Story the other day, and it's been in my head every day. It's not even the words for the whole song. It's just the
exactly.
I'll snap my fingers.
That is just oh. You know,
I like Marcus right there. He's like, come on, man, I can feel the groove.
I haven't talked to Marcus in a while, and I forgot he has a snark about him.
Do I?
Yes, you need to be aware of the snark that Marcus beholds.
That's the gin.
Oh, okay. Oh, hello, everyone. We're here again, number Trace, and we're waiting for if Sean ever pops back in. He was on. I don't know when he's going to pop back on, but he is part of this too. So, good evening. Rob say, and we're back in the radio voice. Come on, do it.
And we're back.
That's where I know you from.
Okay, this week, who do we have? We have me. You stole my Melodrama Halo song guy, or Drew. We have DJ Marcus. We have DJ C-Rex, and then we have Rob Acapora and Sean Caroline somewhere. So, anybody want to say anything to begin with?
First off, our video.
Yeah, Marcus, go ahead.
Is the video live as well, or is it just? Are we just doing audio so people see us? Okay.
Yes. Watch what you do with your.
Well, just in case I take my clothes off or something. Although I only have this much left, that won't happen tonight.
I'm going to.
But that's
Here's
full.
I'm going to cheers to him, but I hate to say this, Marcus. I can't hear you right now, so I'm just going with it. Yeah, cheers.
Can you hear me now?
Which means I may have to cut back in and cut back out. You know,
just to. Out. I'm still getting used to going this way, and I'm going that way.
Yeah, it's the opposite. It's like remember, it's backing up a trailer.
Okay.
Right. Okay.
It's steering a boat, right?
Let's have Marcus introduce himself, then I'll have Chris introduce themselves, then talk about themselves real quick. Go for it, Marcus.
You have to talk about myself?
Okay, look, Chris can go first. Chris can go first and learn from Chris. Chris, you can go first.
All right, here we go. DJ C-Rex, that's me. Also Chris Van Orden. I don't want to say famed, but legendary Fastlane 2 DJ from 91 to 94. Still love my 80s, 90s alternative. Listen to it every day. And you guys brought me into the fold. And this is my first real live podcast. So none of that virgin cherry popping crap. Just go right with it.
That's cherry. Wow, cherry popping.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'm just not. You were nice.
You were not a fan of cherry poppin' daddies back in the day, anyway.
No, I was. I did like cherry poppin'.
Okay, all right.
I took it another way. I took it.
Yeah. Well, I'm trying to make it. Well, wait a minute. It's a podcast. Stop with the radio, Rob. Stop with the fact that you have to worry about a family show. Really.
I didn't. Yeah, I'm trying to be nice.
I was leaning more towards the Rocky Horror. Never seen that.
There you go.
Type of angle. So wrong choice of words, but.
No. That's just. Let me digress for 1 second. I told you guys once before. I don't know if we talked about it before, but the best Rocky Horror. I loved the Rocky Horror movie. I never went to, and I did see it once at Menlo Park Theater when it existed. But shut up, whoever said wow.
I didn't hear anybody say wow.
Yeah, that was Rob. Rob said wow. But
that's the macaroni grill now, right?
Well, no, that's gone now too.
Yeah, it was like what was that? 19?
No.
Yeah, exactly.
So, but then, 5 years ago, they did it in England, in London, the live version of it.
Right.
If you see it on YouTube, the whole thing's on YouTube. Way better. I loved it. They did it live. There were so many celebrities doing the talking in between, and it was just they weren't perfect, so they had their little giggles in between it. It was just so well done. It's on YouTube. It's the Rocky Horror Show, and what's his face? The guy that wrote it, bald head guy. What's his face?
I know what you're talking about. I can't think of. But I'm also thinking about what happened when Fox tried to do that on television here,
Ooh,
and it really didn't work. So it's interesting that
No.
the UK version apparently was like 100 times better from what you're saying.
Oh, it was live from the London theater, and it was just beautiful.
Wow.
It's on YouTube, and it's definitely something that if you really want to see a good version of Rocky Horror, that is just balls on my favorite.
Was that in front of an audience, or was it like just
totally live.
okay.
Totally live in front of the audience. Stephen Fry was doing the narration, which even made it more bizarre because seeing Stephen Fry just break from doing what he's doing and talking to someone on set or on the audience while he's reading what he's supposed to read, it just made it so much better.
And I can't remember the guy's name that you're trying to think of that wrote it. And
starred as what's his face?
Yeah,
Igor, the Igor character. It's Igor. Sorry.
Wait a minute. Now you're going into another movie.
Too many
It's
Too many Young Frankenstein.
Weren't they? Yeah, you went
Speaking
from
of
Rocky
Rocky-
Horror to Young Frankenstein. What the hell?
are there any Shock Treatment fans out there?
I don't know.
sequel?
I have to go to live comments. I'm looking at private chat. I have to go to live comments on the right-hand side. Oh, it's just Stacey said, hello, Marcus.
Oh, she's there. Hey, she was asking me hey, how do you respond? Or we respond. You speak. That's how you respond.
On the very bottom,
Hello,
you will
Stacey.
I think, wasn't there something on the bottom that you can respond? I forgot. Rob?
You're looking
I
at
don't
me.
see.
I'm like, I can barely hear Marcus, and you're asking me about technology here. Really?
Do I need?
Rob, where do you add comments?
Oh, here comes
Hey,
Sean.
there's Sean.
Hey, there I am.
Hey, Sean Carolyn, hello.
Hey, Sean, how you doing?
Rich O'Brien. Rich O'Brien. That's his name.
I
That's
got.
right.
John Matthews. I knew someone out there would know.
So I went to
Thank
a
you, John.
completely different setup here, and let's see. Internal mic.
It looks like one of those. It looks like one of those Febreze air cleaners in front of you.
You know what? You know what's funny though? This is like two times in a row. It's like somebody has to join the show about 6 minutes in. First time it was me. This time it's Sean.
I can't believe it wasn't me.
No, you're doing good. You and Chris are like they're more spot on than anyone.
Yeah, and I just lost my there.
And we lost Chris.
There you
I'm
go.
back. I just can't see the. Oh wait, there we go. Nope.
Nope.
That was
Sean.
like that was very like it seemed like when you're like in a Star Trek movie when like
Can
they're
Sean
trying to
hear
help
you?
the other starship and like they're like we're gonna get and they just disappear. That's what that sounded like.
So with any amount of luck, I sound better now, by the way.
Yes,
Do I
you
sound better? I
Much
do.
better.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now you sound better than everyone else.
Yeah, let's go back to the
Well,
way it was.
that's the
Yep, you
bottle of
lost me
Febreze
again.
in front of me. That's,
Hey, do you know? So Rob, quickly. I know you can when you go to private chat. If Ming can chime in, who comments on live comments? We can comment on private chat, but live comments, there's nothing to comment on.
Unless
It
you're
seems like
following
live-
the Facebook feed. I think if you follow that, you're definitely going to get the comments that are coming in.
oh yeah,
Okay.
that's true. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
I
let's
mean,
see.
the thing is, yeah, one of you two I know is probably got the laptop nearby. As a matter of fact, as I'm looking into,
Oh, wait.
Bing is saying,
I'm gonna stop. Everyone stop. Everyone stop.
Okay.
Look at the Saint overdid it. So the GoFundMe for the Saint is
Yep.
at 25.
Well, they actually bumped it
wow.
up to 50,
Yeah.
and
Oh,
I
they
think
did.
Wow.
Okay.
and I think they'll make it.
It's
I know.
well, think about it. I mean, they've raised over $25,000 in just over 24 hours. I mean, it's an amazing feat. I think we can speak for all of us, sending all of our love to Scott Stamper, to Meg Donahue,
Megan.
and, Megan for sure, and everybody over there that's also been involved in the Saint over the years. If you've never been there, you're talking about a place that for 26 years has been really the home of new music, the home of taking a chance on artists that are coming through town and give them an opportunity to play live, and also giving us DJs a chance to flex our muscles on occasion and do a dance party and have some fun over there.
Well, the other thing I wanted to mention about the Saint is that there's only been, so in my life, Marcus might be able to jump in on this too, but you didn't go to the Pipeline. A few bars that were very cheersy. Okay, so I would say Pipeline, definitely up north. The Pipeline was my number one cheersy type place. Emilio ran the Pipeline beautifully. I love the Pipeline. That's also Rusty's. That's where I met Rusty and Mike. And then down here, like down in New Brunswick, it would have been Melody, Roxy, and the Court Tavern. The ones I went to. You know, the Ellen Witch and other bars are really nice too. I'm just talking back in the day, the ones I predominantly hung out at. And then the Saint, they're all cheersy. It's like you would just walk in and you had that, like, oh my God, it's like sitting at home, but you're with a whole bunch of people. You know, if I had a couch, you could definitely just hang out and, you know, put your feet up and be like, this is a great little place. In my opinion, those are the best places like that had that cheersy feeling about everything.
Oh yeah,
Marcus,
Aldo's. Somebody just mentioned Aldo's. Tim Purcell.
Yes, Aldo's. Yes,
Yeah,
Aldo's was good. But
I liked going to Aldo's. It was a little bit of a hike for me, but I used to drive up there on, I think it was Sunday nights with a friend of mine.
When Dennis would spin industrial.
Was that what? My you remember B?
Yeah,
she used to
go with Shelly.
She used to go up there. Shelley. Yeah, her and Shelly used to meet them up there. And the first time I went, I made a wrong turn, and I was at this was before cell phones, so I was lost and I couldn't call anybody. I made a wrong turn, and I was at Medieval Times. And I thought I was
only gonna say that.
I thought I was really lost because I had no idea it was so close. I was like cursing. I'm like, I'm at Medieval Times, and like I forget how I even got in touch, but I ended up finding the way. I had to just go back. I had to backtrack and go make another left or something.
Yeah, it was always confusing. Like I wasn't from there, so I totally agree with you. It's like weird up there. You can make one turn, and you're like, I'm in the middle of Lyndhurst.
And then it mysteriously burned down with nobody in it in the middle of the night. I thought that was
and then remember like when they closed. Right, and then when they closed down, they moved it to tracks.
Did they? I didn't know they moved it.
Yeah, yeah, they moved it to tracks, the old railroad station in Lyndhurst. Okay. Yes, Tim, I totally agree. Yes, I remember the Loop. I've been to all those places, but the ones I was saying that made me feel very cheersy was always like the Pipeline, of the ones up north. All right, sorry. Ming Chen put up the Say the Saint GoFundMe page.
Thank you so much, Ming.
Marcus, continue. What were you? Thank you, Ming.
Oh yeah, just so is that still a thing then? The
tracks?
Yeah.
No.
I don't know what
happened.
I used to know the guy Dave that was like a manager there, and like he used to I don't know, he disappeared after all that happened too. I know him and Shelly were friends and
right. Oh, Big Dave.
Yeah. It's funny, he used to come to the store when I worked there, and how he and I became friends was my now brother-in-law was in a band that he liked on Metal Blade for like an album or two called Psychotic Waltz. He's now my brother-in-law, and I had like promo stuff, and I wasn't, it was like kind of like proggy metal. It wasn't really my thing.
Right.
And he was like, "Oh my God, Psychotic Waltz is," and I was like, my sister just started dating some guy that's in that band, and I had like all these promo videos, and I gave them to him, and he was like, "Oh my God, I can't believe you have this stuff," and like, "I can't believe you know him," and I'm like, "Yeah," and then now they're married, so like, he's now my brother-in-law, but he's not in the band anymore. But then like, that's how Dave and I became friends. Then I started going up to Aldo. I don't know if my friend B told me to go up to Aldo first, or if he told me to go up, or if it just kind of happened and I was like, "Oh, you're a manager here," or something. But it was cool seeing him outside of, selling him CDs all the time.
You're a consummate salesman.
Yeah.
All right. I was going to say, speaking of selling CDs, one of my main suppliers of CDs was every Thursday night before going to the Fast Lane, I would head down to Vintage Vinyl in Ocean, for those of you that remember.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Rich Robinson.
I remember Rich.
I didn't even have to look for anything. He knew what I was looking for. The stack was there and ready to go. So that's how I got my. Yeah. He knew, and if it wasn't there, he told me, come back tomorrow. I got this for you. So Rich was responsible for a lot of what I played at the Fast Lane.
We used to call him.
If you
Greg
take
Ullman.
a look at talking about the difference between an Aldo's and the Fast Lane back in the day. I mean, it's two completely different vibes that you're thinking about. Aldo's had a very distinctive vibe, as you know. But when you look at Fastlane in the 90s, and Chris can testify to this.
I was only there twice.
I know where you're going. You're going with Nickel Beer Night on this
absolutely.
one.
Well, please. That was the height of the Fastlane between 91 and 94. When Nickel Beer Night was going on, alternative music going crazy. You had at least 600 people in the Fastlane, and it was like pandemonium, but it was probably one of the best nights on the Jersey Shore, bar none, for 3 straight years. No doubt about it.
You know what? Back in the day, too, back in the 80s and well, back more so the early 90s, on LBI, the Catch, they did an alternative Tuesday, I think it was.
Right.
Mhm.
And because it was someday during the week they did an alternative night, and me and my friend Wayne went there, and it was just a really good night. And I was like totally surprised that
On LBI, okay.
on LBI,
Yeah.
even though I saw Timbuktu on, okay, there was the Catch, and then there was the one at the State Marina. It was the restaurant that was above the little area on LBI.
And Timbuktu played that.
Timbuktu, yeah, Timbuktu.
Wow.
Yeah, they were the sequel to Timbuktu.
Yes. The future's so
Too many
bright.
things are going on in my head.
Yeah.
Right. From the song, the future's so
I
bright.
knew
We
what
got
you
rid of the
meant. I knew what
shades.
you
What the
meant.
hell? Jeez.
Yeah, he saw them before they were Timbuktu.
There you go.
I've only been to LBI once or twice.
Yeah, I don't think I was ever there. On a
I've been to the
Tuesday,
LBI once or twice, and I do not remember the night except for I remember meeting Bill from the Melody
Bill Schultz
down there, and a bunch of other Melody people were down there. That might have been, maybe that was one of those places, and getting Bill Schultz, yes, and someone had a hotel room, and then I remember
don't even go
crashing at someone's hotel and
Don't go
passing
beyond
out
Don't go beyond that, Marcus.
after throwing up in the bathroom. That's where I passed out, and I woke up to Bill Schultz picking me up off the floor.
Marcus, we're gonna
and
do this.
putting me out in the hall so he could use the bathroom.
Congratulations, Marcus. You're the first person to get flagged on this podcast. Congrats.
So here's my one LBI story is
I kept it clean.
No, I wound up actually driving Matt down once, and he was like, "Hang out, we'll
Whoa.
and my parents were like, "No, you're coming home." So because I was 18 at the time.
There you go.
And, they were like, "Yeah, no, you're coming home." Okay, fine.
But it's funny, you think about that back in the day. We don't think about LBI and alternative music back in the 80s and 90s. I mean,
Right.
I was trying to do alternative music. Sean, you may remember this. Remember when the Chatterbox in Seaside was actually trying to do an alternative night?
Yeah.
Look, I was doing house things for like 2-3 years there. And it was one of those very hit and miss. It was one of those, when it worked beautifully. Occasionally, and major props to Mike Ferrantino and the guys from Love in Reverse when they played there before they were even Love in Reverse. And anytime they played there, it was packed. You'd have a great night. But it was also like, if you didn't hit it right, there's about 8 people there, and you're sitting there going, oh, God, what did I even do? And that's the thing. We all knew that back in the 90s, you didn't associate Seaside with alternative music.
No.
Yeah.
No, because basically what happened, like, for I'm sorry, I don't mean to be taken over, but it's like you make me always realize something, because I'm old and I forget stuff. Back in the 80s and 90s, when we had our boats down in Forked River, I didn't go to Seaside because, those people. Seaside Tonys.
Please, stop.
Oh, you just beat me to it.
Seaside Tony.
Yeah, I got to put that on a list of songs we got to mention on the YouTube page.
And we'll mention WHGG history that popped up recently. A lot of people have been reminiscing on that page recently. Right. Yeah.
So the whole thing, like every time I went someplace, I'm like, I need to go find an alternative bar to hang out with because I didn't want to hang out with the vanilla people. So, you always get like the local mags, the local rags, and like listen to the radio, like where can I find my place? And it was like, that was the only place, like the Catch in the other place down in LBI. I would just either sit at the marina and drink with the other boaters or just drive all the way down to LBI for some stupid reason just to get away because I couldn't go to Seaside. And I did not know they were doing that at the Chatterbox. Yeah.
We had about a 3-year run there. I give the guys credit. They tried. And like I said, it was one of those, for every 2 bad nights, you had a really great third weekend night. But it was also, you're trying to build momentum. And in Seaside, when you're kind of right across the street from one of the biggest like dance nights in Seaside in the 90s, it was tough. It was, but then to their credit, at least they gave it a chance.
Cindy jumping in. Cindy jumped in. It was the Tide. The Tide was the one bar above the stores near State Marina in Beach Haven. So it was the Catch and the Tide. The Shell, she also mentioned, and Joe Pops.
Come on.
Okay.
There you go. Sorry, just wanted to throw it out there so everyone
No,
knows. Continue.
Absolutely.
My question for Rob was the
Yeah.
Chatterbox the one with the
It
DJ
must have
booth
been one of
up
those
the
places I
stairs?
went to because I do not
No,
remember.
this one was actually right on the floor. It was actually right beside one of the
Okay.
bars. Yeah.
All right, yeah, okay, so I wasn't there. I went to one place, I can't remember the name, probably for the new 106.3 when they were there at the time. And
Oh, God,
you
so
had to
yeah,
go up
you're
this
going back-
G106.
stair, you had to climb up these ladders.
G106.
Yeah.
And you know, you're
Mhm.
bringing crates of stuff up like a ladder to a DJ.
Yeah.
I forget the name of the place. It was on the boardwalk in Seaside.
There was
I did
yeah,
it,
there
like,
was only,
twice.
there was only one other place that reminded me of that kind of a DJ booth. And Sean, you're going to remember this: Planet Surf at the Surf Club in Ortley, which we kind of yeah.
Well, that was one. There was another. There was another one that lasted for like maybe a summer in Seaside, and it was like upstairs from. It could have been called the upstairs room. I'm not sure.
It might be right.
But that was a thing. But yeah, the one you were talking about, Planet Surf, that happened as well. Obviously,
that was a big thing. I mean, for our station and to kind of have a Friday night place, even though it was in Ortley. I mean, we really took it over, and between that Friday night, which parlayed into the annual beach concert we did there, Surf Stock. So we found it took a while, but when we found a place, at least we found a place that at least for the summer months, you knew you could go down there and you got what you wanted, so to speak.
Well, this is going to be for everyone because I forgot the name of it. There were two different clubs that I know that back in the 80s. Marcus, you're probably a little bit too young for it. But there was one in North Brunswick on Route 1.
You're going out, yeah, but I used to actually listen to like the radio.
North Brunswick on Route 1, Royal Manor.
It's where the car dealership is now. Was that the Royal Manor?
Was it the Royal Manor? I think.
I remember that place, and then on 35/9 on the right-hand side, across from the Guido places, there was a place on the right-hand side that did something.
You're so politically incorrect, the Guido place. Way to go, Drew.
I don't know how to describe.
That's Mr. Guido to you.
Right, there you go.
Seaside
Seaside South End boy.
But
my high school math teacher used to bartend at a place. Does anyone remember Captain G's?
Oh my God!
No,
I was there.
My high school math teacher used to bartend at Captain G's.
All right,
I guess
Captain
words.
So was he serving you or what?
I can't remember his name now, Mr. What was his name?
Oh my God!
I remember. That was in my high school years. I was I was into like a lot of freestyle. Like 80s freestyle, and he was like, "Oh, what are you listening to?" Because I always have my Walkman in class, and I showed him my Company B cassette, and he was like, "Oh, they played at a bar. I bartend at Captain G's, and they played there. They had the big blue wigs." And I was like, I thought he was so cool because he knew who Company B was, and meanwhile they were just a pop band.
Oh, by the way, the 935 place you were talking about, are you talking about Close Encounters?
Yes.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yes.
Wow.
Good
Close
one.
Encounters
Hey.
and Chopper DJ'd there. FM 106.3's
Right.
Chopper would DJ there.
Yes.
And occasionally me. He'd leave me his metal records. I'd do metal night. That was fun.
Wow.
Close Encounters. Thank you. Hey,
I owned no
One
metal
more-
records, but he had some. He was like, I need coverage. Okay.
one more for you. I know this is really bad because back in the day, I drank a little bit too much sometimes. I don't mean it
You
that way.
come now.
It just happened. It just
I would hope
happened.
so.
I forgot who I ever name every alternative band you saw at Club N.A.
Hmm.
Oh, wow.
Geez,
I
there might
can-
be Giants.
I can only name one,
Ramones.
but it's because I introduced them that night. It was Oingo Boingo.
Good one. I got two right off the top of my head because
Nice.
it was actually like Sean, 2 nights I actually hosted. Tragically Hip from Canada.
Yeah.
And it was acoustic Difford and Tilbrook from Squeeze.
Okay.
Which
Yeah.
was,
'cause they
which
were
was
touring.
actually a great show. It
That
really
probably was a great show. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Marcus, did you see anybody at Club N.A.?
No, I don't think I didn't that turn into something else afterwards?
What? At
I
Club
know
N.A.?
we used to sell tickets for Club N.A. when I worked at the store, but I don't remember actually going there for a show.
Well, that was the thing about
Yeah.
Club N.A. was like,
Did-
you arrived early, you got dinner.
Yeah.
You know,
Did that turn into
Had
something
Had the
else
veal
afterwards?
special. Had the veal.
You could have the veal, and then you could see Oingo Boingo.
Yeah, meal and steamed vegetables.
Or the Ramones. That actually happened.
Yeah.
Did you want the rice pudding or did you want the regular chocolate pudding with that?
Right.
Actually, I just thought of one. Forgive me for interrupting. I thought of one other band that actually, and they came by the station, and I was kind of surprised to see them there. It was the Fix.
Oh, playing Club and A.
Yeah.
I mean, it was an old line, dinner club where you'd have dinner and then the band would perform.
Yeah, it was like you had old school comedians and old school crooners.
Right.
That was that place, the curtains and everything.
And then you had the Fix.
And then the Ramones.
Hey, no joking on the Fix, because Cy Kernan and I are friends on Facebook. So
yeah,
Cy,
no. I'm not joking about them at all. It was just
Club
oddly, it was just oddly dislocated that Club Benet,
Thank you. Yes, well
which,
said.
On Monday night they'd have Julius La Rosa. On Wednesday they'd have the Fix.
Yeah.
He's right, though. It's absolutely true.
Speaking as a WAWAM listener back in my youth, I can talk about that.
Tim Purcell, yes, I remember when Howard Stern did his thing there.
Oh, I'm sure he did, yeah.
John, Jazz Passengers with Debbie Harry's at Club A in the 90s.
Ha! Well,
Some
Debbie
good
Harry
memories
hangs around the
coming
shore.
I saw a few there too. I saw Jerry Harrison, Casual Gods.
I think I saw Debbie
Oh,
Harry at the Stone
good one.
Pony.
Very likely.
Also
Deborah Harry?
Devo.
Chrome. It turned into Club Chrome.
Oh, Chrome, forgot about that.
Is that what happened there? Okay.
I have a delay.
Yeah, you do
He
have
has
a
a delay, so I think we're talking over each other. So I don't know.
Stop talking over each other. I'm gonna do the dry
John
erase
just
board.
mentioned that Club Benet.
Yeah, John Club A turned into Chrome. I forgot about
Yeah,
that.
but John Matthews mentioned that Club A turned into Chrome. I knew it had turned into something else. I think I saw someone at Chrome. I just don't remember who it was.
Ooh, here's a flashback. Totally didn't even see. This is what we call fluid and natural because
Frontline Assembly.
didn't even talk about anything I wanted to talk about. Across from on Route 9,
Yeah.
there was what was that big venue that had the bars and the pool and everything on the right hand
Birch
side?
Hill nightclub.
Oh,
And then
Birch
across
Hill,
the-
yes.
Across the street, there was a smaller place that did some alternative.
Oh,
bands.
Virtual.
Wasn't there
I
like the
remember
roller
that
rink
one.
that the roller rink turned into something at one time for just a very short amount of period of time?
No idea. Anybody got
No.
that?
No, I only remember.
I
Club
remember
Benet.
Birch Hill.
I mean, Birch Hill.
I bet if I hear it, I'd remember.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Like that
It's
Tim
fun.
Purcell, Frontline Assembly at Club A. Wow.
I went to more shows.
Wow.
More of the local shows I saw were at City Gardens is where I used to go.
Yeah.
For local shows.
Yes, right. And I never managed to set foot
I
there. I,
saw,
had no money.
Who did I see at City Gardens? Lush.
City Gardens was, I was only there a couple of times, but it was definitely a great place.
Yeah.
What we're talking about now, we're not ignoring that other. Yeah.
I saw Lush there. I saw
Yeah,
Nitzarab.
I'm not ignoring the other bars that existed, like Aldo's and Lupin and Green Parrot and stuff. It's just I'm talking about specific ones that I was at. That's all that I remember. Green
Right.
Parrot, for example. We talked about this last time. I love the stainless steel dance floor because it just made no sense to me. It was psychotic.
Now Tim Purcell says KMFDM played Club Benet. I want to see. I'm just dinner and then KMFDM.
Yeah, somehow I'm not buying that, Sean. But if it happened, I'll give it. But I can't
Tim?
envision this. No
We were
way.
playing them.
Prove us.
We were playing them at FM 106.3, so I could see it happening.
Well, it's possible, but somehow did you sit there and go, "Hey, I had the veal and KMFDM were incredible." I'm telling you.
And the dessert was to die for.
It's
Have
to
the
die
pistachio.
for.
Have the pistachio pudding. It's really good.
Yeah, pistachio pudding and KMFDM. There's two things I never thought would be the same
Yeah.
sentence. Really.
Wow. Okay, sorry. I don't even know where to go. Oh,
Let's go to Club Benet.
All right. Let's go to Jake at Club A. Jake, what do you have?
oh my God. Yeah, this is just like, wow. I'm going to have to extend this longer than possible right now. Just out of
You wanna
curiosity. Sorry,
Go ahead.
Go, Rob.
No, go ahead.
No, you
No, you're rolling. Go
No.
for it.
The only thing I was curious about was what do we have now? Like,
Well,
you
well,
have-
there
you-
was
you-
the right now we got nothing, but
Yeah.
No, but we had wait, just like New Brunswick, we can just knock off as dead. Am I right?
Yeah,
there,
pretty
Marcus?
much. Yeah.
I mean, I think you
Marcus,
got to
are you
look
there?
at.
Marcus, wait, Marcus, can you hear?
Yeah. What did
New
you
Brunswick
just?
is technically dead to have.
We have no place really. I mean,
Yeah,
I
he
mean,
does have the
I
Mission Light.
do random shows. I'll do random things at Destination Dogs, but they don't have like a regular weekly or monthly thing.
All right.
But I do random events at Destination Dogs. I think Fado Americano, who are they kind of cross over with Destination Dogs. They have stuff going on there a little bit more. I don't even know if Harvest Moon does stuff anymore, and because they used to have pretty regular things going on there.
Yeah, they used to have like live band karaoke, which was actually really cool to go to.
Once all of this quarantine is over, I'm probably going to try and talk to the guys at Fado Americano because I like the area, like how it's set up and stuff.
Okay,
and
cool.
I know everyone there, so I'm hopefully going to be doing something there. I think you talked me into doing something at the Saint.
No, did we? We've
If
only
that's
tried
still
for a
going
year.
on
Only tried
after
for a year.
this is all over,
We've
too.
only tried for a
Looks like
year.
they raised some money. So.
Marcus, we've only tried for a year. 1 year. 3, 5, 6,
As far as I know,
24, 7.
I want to give a mention
Wait,
to
real quick. When did you have? Didn't you do something at the Corner Tavern?
Once upon a time, yeah.
in
Yeah,
New
we did
Brunswick?
Corner
Weren't
Tavern.
you doing
We
like
did-
a night?
we did- No, okay, wait.
So-
Let me list what me and Sean started off at. Wait, Marcus, give me a second.
They did not. I was there in the past.
Wait, what?
Oh, yeah. There's a delay. That's why everything's quiet all of a sudden.
Okay, you can.
In the past year or so, we stopped into the Corner Tavern, and we asked them about DJing or DJs in general, and they made it sound like they haven't had DJs there in like ever.
No.
And I was like, I
Oh,
started
yes, they
questioning.
did.
I'm like, I swear Drew spun here at
Yeah.
least once.
and Mike, DJ,
the bartenders and the owner, I think, even had no memory of it.
yeah, DJ
I-
Iron
I-
Mike did that. Even like a year past. Yeah,
Oh, he did there
He
too,
did
right?
it after a year after I left. But so, what I was saying. Oh my God, what the hell was I saying?
Well, hold on. Can we go back to what Chris was about to say?
Yes, please.
Sorry.
All
No,
I was going
don't
to
be
say
sorry.
great alternative night that or club that I don't go to as often as I should, and I live like 10 minutes from it. Is QXT's in Newark.
Yes.
They have 3 floors of everything from industrial, electronic dance music to what we play. So that it's a little bit out of the way, but it's definitely a club that sticks to everything they
Yeah.
do and promote that they want to do. And
Mm-hmm.
I should definitely get there more often. I'm 10 minutes from there. It's an Uber ride,
Right.
Yeah.
right.
No. I totally understand. And then didn't another place like in Lyndhurst or around Clifton to take over, and they're starting to do an alternative night up there,
That I don't know yet. I'll have to look
like
into
around
that.
Aldo's. I know D or someone would know about what they're doing up around that Clifton area. But it's just
Yeah.
going back to my original thought on that was like I was just trying to say about venues that would pull bands, and that leaves only the
bands,
Saint.
okay.
That would only leave the Saint. Am I correct?
Yeah, well, you got to look at
Brighton
occasionally-
Bar?
Well,
Brighton
Asbury
Bar.
Park Yacht
Brighton
Club?
Bar. Yeah.
yeah, House of
APYC.
Independence.
Yeah.
House of Independence to a degree.
Well, bit
I mean,
large.
bit large. I
Yeah.
know,
I saw-
but
I
it's
saw
still
Book
in
of
that
Love there.
smaller pocket,
Yeah.
in
Book of Love,
comparison.
okay,
Yeah. But I mean, Drew, if you're going for the fact that you're looking for some place that's doing a combination of, okay, it's going to spin music one night, it's going to do live music another night, and it's got sort of the vibe. Let's put it that way. It's got a certain vibe to it. Does anything match the Saint in the Jersey Shore? Probably not.
Nah.
No.
Not
No.
not design, and people, sound system,
Right.
and
Yeah.
just general. Like here's okay. I'm gonna get all weird and metaphysical on you. Not metaphysical, but just weird.
That never happens.
Oh,
No.
Bond
bit-
Street Bar, John just mentioned as well.
A building has a vibe. A house has a vibe. A place has a vibe. That
Yeah.
building, that establishment has the vibe, and that's something that is either inherent with where they built it, inherent in what it was. Like the Melody had that,
Yes.
Yeah.
right? You know, it's just an inherent thing that's there.
Right. If I can interject, I'll go to Chris. He'll vouch for me. The fast lane definitely had a vibe. You knew when you went in there.
Exactly.
You knew what you were getting when you. And everybody was just like, they were happy to be there. They knew what they're getting, and you got into the whole culture and the vibe of the fast lane.
Right. And Asbury Lane's had that. Now it's a bit more of an upscale venue.
Yeah, I was there once. I actually didn't really like it.
Really? Wow.
It's
back in the day or now?
No, now the new updated one. Right. The new updated. It's very nice. It's very upscale. It's just not me.
Right.
You know what? I get you. You know what I love about this? Wait, there goes my chair. Is that every week I'm going to mention this person, and she always gets a shout out because she is like the quintessential "I'll go everywhere" sweetheart, Laura and Gavin. She is just like I love her. I love her to death because she's always like, I go everywhere, and I love the fact that she's gonna like someone's gonna go like, oh look, you got a shout out at this time, and we see this tomorrow. Be like, oh, Laura had a shout out at this time again. Yeah, you did.
So we're gonna shout out, as much as we can.
Right.
Yeah.
Drew, I was just thinking about what Chris was saying about Asbury Lanes. They're still one of the few venues that is actually doing some of these retro alternative nights. Before the pandemic, they had actually had Eve6 coming to town. Last year, they had Mike Peters of the Alarm coming through there. They've had some really good. Yeah. They really.
I don't want to dismiss it, but it's a different vibe.
I agree with you. The vibe.
It's corporate. It's corporate. It's corporate.
Yes. Thank you, Drew. Yes. It's more corporate.
Because Marcus put something up. Remember that whole dissertation you put up, Marcus, about if the Saint
about the Saint?
Yeah.
It was a little jab at that. Yeah, the court, and also it did happen to Asbury Lanes. I never had a connection to the old Asbury Lane, so when they upgraded it and made it nice, I actually kind of liked it. But I get that it's not what it used to be at all. I just think it's kind of a nice, trendy place now, and I just think they're just trying to do that to Asbury in general.
Right. Yeah,
I did see. I went to see Torch play there, and it was weird seeing Torch play a place like that because it seemed a little like you were saying, like it's all like nice and a little upscale-ish. So it was like weird seeing the crowd that band brought and the music coming out, and then like you look around and it's like all nice. Like I felt like I don't know, I felt like it didn't mix well, and I could see people not wanting to go to shows there because of how it looks.
Yeah, it's like, wait a second, I can take a deep breath in the bathroom.
I think it's definitely
puke.
nice. I could see hanging out there. I just don't know about going to shows.
Oh,
yeah, exactly.
But actually, I mean, all things
I'm not going to get
equal.
asbestos if I touch this.
Right. all things held equal, though. I mean, if you look at the redevelopment of New Brunswick versus the redevelopment of Asbury Park, I prefer the one in Asbury Park.
Because, I agree.
In New Brunswick, they forgot that anybody would actually want to do something that was kind of cool.
Well, New Brunswick also forgot the fact that, you can actually not have to pay $10, $20 for parking for 4 hours.
Yeah, well, there's that. And unfortunately, Asbury is forgetting about that bit.
No, that is true. But, when we did the gigs at the court, I could see why people didn't want to go. You drive around for a half hour.
The parking. I got a parking ticket and I had paid for my spot.
Oh, great.
Me and Rob were there after hanging out with Hang On To Your Shorts crew. And we were sitting there at the meter for like 10 or 15 minutes. And then I was like, the hell with this. So I flagged down the meter person. And I'm like, this shit ain't working. We paid for it. She's like, just stay there. Don't worry about it. You're golden.
Okay.
She was great about it. She really was.
Yeah, totally great about it. I just wish they were all like that. Look at CJ. What's up, CJ? CJ on film.
I got news for you. Drew is going to name check everybody he possibly knows. So there's about 7 more people he will name check before we're done.
Well, they keep showing up in the chat.
Yeah. Someone has to pay attention to it.
Yeah.
We got to answer questions. That's our job.
Oh, yeah. CJ Cullen wants to say support the Saint.
Well, we always try to support the Saint, and I'll just bring it down. Then we'll bring it up, and they'll bring it down. We'll talk about it.
Bring it down. I'm going to bring the room down.
No, not bring it down, but bring it to reality. I just wanted. I love Scott. I love Scott. I loved everyone at work there, and I just want to tell them that we are here for you, and we will do whatever it takes, whatever you need. Call us. We'd love to have you even on the podcast. Even I want to even do like will do like a Twitch or a Facebook feed, but do all Scott's music. Like want Scott to make a playlist of what he likes.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, it's like do the Scott list.
And if we look back on what Scott has done, and funny thing is, one of the first podcasts you did, Drew, we were talking to Scott about some of the great bands that have been
at the same.
I mean, yeah. I mean, you think back to he had Cake before Cake was anybody huge. He's had a regional act, G11 Special Sauce, who became really big around New Jersey, New York, and Philly. And that was like the first time they played the Jersey Shore. So big, he booked them 3 straight nights, all sold out.
Right.
And he was one of those guys that was not afraid, still is not afraid, to try to be ahead of the curve. Sometimes you hit big, sometimes you don't, but at least he gave you a chance. That's the one great thing we can say about Scott.
Well, Scott and the Saint in general, I feel like going back to that Cheers thing, everyone has to, like, I don't know how many people are listening. I hope a lot of people are listening. But the fact of the matter is, if you have a home venue, a home bar, a home restaurant that you participate and hang out in a lot, just going there does not necessitate that you're supporting them. You actually have to spend the money in the place to help support them. Like sitting around, people are going to get pissed at me for this, but sitting around drinking a bottle of water is not necessarily supporting the place. You actually have to spend the money in the place. The cover doesn't necessarily cover the bar. It's like in a venue or bar, the bar, the tab, how much alcohol or liquids getting sold at that bar is making the money for the bar, not the cover all the time.
That's true.
And people need to realize that no matter what it is, it's a pizzeria, it's whatever, you need to understand that you got to spend the money in the venue. This is a total dick move on what I'm going to say. This is the way I live my thing. If I don't have the money, I will save the money to go out and spend it all that time when I'm not going to sit there and like $5 here, $5 here, and $5 there. I want to blow it in a place that I really like and want to have fun in and make a night of it. If I'm wrong, I don't give a crap, but that's my opinion. Any thoughts?
No, I agree with him.
Yep.
When I go to place, number one, yes, I drink. I'm going to drink. I'm going to drink. I'm going to drink.
Yep.
I'm also going to tip that bartender, at minimum $1 a drink, and then at the end of the night, a few extra bucks.
Right.
You got to support them. And if I have friends that are in bands and I'm going to put you on the list, no. I want to pay to support you. I want to support the band. I want to support the venue. That's the idea of going out, supporting the venue, the band, the bartenders, and all like that. That's my opinion anyway, So
Marcus, your opinion.
Yes. I agree. Yeah. I mean, I think even back in the Melody days, I think even, or was it the Melody? I forget. There was some place and people used to complain that some of the younger kids would come in and they'd buy like 50-cent Paps or whatever. And
Is that the Roxy?
They wouldn't tip and they would just, have like 1 or 2 drinks. Maybe. I just remember bartenders complaining like these kids aren't tipping and they're just buying the cheapest thing they could get.
That was the Roxy on Monday nights.
Like you said, you should spend a little bit more money.
It was the Roxy on Monday, right?
And I don't think I ever got to DJ there. Maybe once. I used to frequent there. That was fun going back and forth between the two, the Melody and the Roxy.
Sean, your opinion?
Good times.
Well, I've actually been embarking upon as best a process of trying to support the things I want to stay open by frequenting them as much as I do when we're not having a pandemic. Right. Restaurants, bars make it a little harder. It's hard to go to a bar and do something with them. When they're really not open, you really can't get up to the bar and you can't tip the bartender. Right. So I mean, we're kind of finding a way around that with the Saint and the fundraiser. But how many other bars are going to need a fundraiser too?
Right. The whole thing, the thing I have to, really nail home about. There are lots of bars throughout the United States, but there's lots of bars that are corporate owned. So it doesn't matter when you run across a bar like the Saint. Yeah, that ain't one of them, right? Right. It's proprietor. It's owner operated. It's not like owned by like a hedge fund or a guy that has $10 million to piss away on friggin' any given day. This is an individual person or a group of people that actually are making their life out of it. And I think people have to understand that. No offense to the other bars, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Well, this is the new world that we're in, guys. I mean,
Yeah.
we are really going to be in a very difficult time, and not to get too deep, I know, but it's sort of the elephant in the room when we talk about the pandemic. And we look at the fact that there is a chance that maybe 10 to 15% of small business may go bye-bye if this continues the way it's going. So the Saint, unfortunately, and we are hoping that they will come back. We definitely want that to happen. I mean,
Yeah, not for us. I don't. Yeah, for me, it's not for us. It's for them. And what they do.
Better way of putting it.
Yeah, for them, for what they do. Like, they bring a lot to the table. One thing I loved about Scott and Meg and the place was that they did everything. They did everything that should be done.
Right.
It's not like, they don't need to do EDM night because that's been done and everyone does it. They don't need to do a top 40 night because that's what the vanillas do. They
Turn
do
the radio.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
No dissing radio. No dissing radio. Wait a minute.
Sorry, Rob.
No. Oh, turn on top 40 radio. Not just any radio.
I really don't know any other places that
used to be my complaint towards the end of DJing at the Melody.
Well, yeah.
Towards the end of the Melody years, people would come in and ask for songs that were like we used to when I started the Melody. You were playing songs and turning people on to stuff. That's how I started going there. I was hearing stuff I hadn't heard before and getting turned on to new music, and like 106.3 and stuff. I was hearing new songs and it turned me on to stuff. And then towards the end of the Melody, before they closed, people were coming in asking for stuff that you heard. Like they were probably listening to it on the way there in the car.
They want a record
You'd
player.
be like, yeah, but
think
here's
about
this new song I'm playing. You might like this. Like no one. It got to the crowd. Yeah.
I was about to say,
delay
understand that when you look at the trend in radio toward the end of what was going on at the Melody Bar, and Sean, I know you can attest to this. Z100 in New York.
Yeah, I have a really bad delay, huh?
Yeah.
Just a tad.
You do have a bad
Z100
delay,
New York.
Marcus.
Don't take it personally.
Yeah, I heard myself in someone else's speaker. I was like, "Holy shit!" I'm still talking.
See, he didn't want to curse either.
Should I log out and log back in?
No, you're staying. Stay. Deal with it.
Do I need to log out and log back in?
No, everyone, deal with it. Going
Okay.
back to this real
All right.
quick is the aspect of fuck you, I forgot. God damn it, I'm old.
Drew, can I jump in for a second? I was trying to make a point about
Yeah.
Marcus saying-
Get back onto that. Yeah.
Okay. At the time at the end of the Melody Bar, and Sean and I remember this, Z100 in New York was leaning more alternative music than ever before.
Well,
Nirvana-ish. Come on.
No,
It's
well,
still-
no,
hold
wait,
on.
but think about
Well,
it.
remember the Melody
Yeah.
Bar, toward the end of Pinfield's tenure at the Melody Bar, C100
Yeah,
was moving in
but-
that direction. When the Melody Bar ended in 2001, was it?
Right, Mark?
Okay, so
Okay,
Yeah.
good point.
so that was a different
I think it
situation. But
It
but
might have
well,
been 2000, 2001.
remember also FM 106.3 had a hard time with Z100 suddenly picking up the biggest bands that were playing on FM 106.3, and suddenly people started listening to Z100, thinking, "Hey, they're an alternative station. They're playing PJ Harvey,"
And let's give credit to Z100 because at one point, Planet Z, which was their big Saturday night thing,
right?
was programmed by one of our former mates over at
Jerry
AT&T,
Rubino,
Jerry
yeah.
Rubino. Yeah.
Anyway, I'm changing this. The
host is done with this topic. Moving on.
He's gonna go all John McLaughlin on our asses.
Issue 5.
Oh my God, I forgot who did a skit with that
Wrong.
show. Right. Next, wrong. Saturday Night Live did that back in the 90s.
Yes.
Patty Buke Buke.
You're wrong. Okay, just out of curiosity, I know everyone will probably love this, and I'm not stepping on anyone's toes on this one. I actually liked Fiona Apple's new song.
I liked it. I didn't think it was right for all rock, but I did like it. I think
I
it's going
just-
to do very well on AAA.
I have not heard it yet, so I'll have
I
to
probably know Fiona Apple songs, but I was never a fan.
Ooh.
Marcus, log out and log back in.
No, I thought she was quite
No,
good.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
And I think she's,
You want me to do it? I'll
No,
try it.
no.
Don't do it.
I'm busting your chops. No.
I know a lot of people that like Fiona Apple. I was just never a fan, and I couldn't name a song. But when I hear it, I know I'll know it. I just don't know it.
Hey, Fiona.
Oh, by the way,
I know she was married to the what's his name, the director.
I'll never forget old what's his name.
What was that?
Rob, you would know. Rob doesn't know something.
He directed Magnolia and
Paul Thomas Anderson. Yeah.
There you go.
Fiona Apple. Yeah, she was married to him, and there was a connection with the guy who used to do the scores, John Bryan, I think worked on her albums, and then there was an Amy Mann, Michael Penn connection with them. They were all like, had this like,
really,
they were all worked together, and that's why like Amy Mann did all the songs on Magnolia, and Michael Penn and her did a song for one of his earlier films, and I think that's all.
You mentioned John Bryan.
I think they all divorced, so they're all done now.
The Braves back in the 90s.
Yeah. Tim and Stacy, back at you.
Okay.
Look at Tim and Stacy's comment. I'm like, meh, back at you, meh.
Man.
Yeah, this is our word. That's our word for this. Wait, Marcus, you gotta say this is me, Sean, and Rob decided that meh is going to be our little word for this podcast. We'll be like, meh, or
I use that all the time. So I'll fit right in.
Thank you, Marcus. Chris, you say meh a lot?
I didn't know I was jumping on the bandwagon. I just say it anyway. And I guess so does Tim Purcell.
Chris, do you say meh a lot?
Meh.
We amuse us.
So, okay.
You cracked yourself up.
I
actually did have to go to a Fiona Apple concert to see Morcheeba, so I got stuck at a Fiona Apple concert because Morcheeba opened up.
Marcus, we're talking trigger hippie Morcheeba, right?
Yes.
I remember.
Yes, exactly. At the Supper Club. I saw Gus Gus at the Supper Club as well.
Nice. I love Gus Gus. Did they have pistachio pudding?
Fiona Apple came on and we left.
Pistachio pudding.
No pistachio pudding.
Not here for the headliner.
Oh, so this is okay. I got to do 3 shout outs.
No.
There's 3 shout outs. I want, when or if everything settles out, I'd like to have Scott and Meg on the show.
Yeah. And
then also, if anyone's out there, I know it's just totally not alternative, but it's so different than it's alternative normal. Pay attention to what the Mavericks and Raul Malo's doing. If you ever look on Instagram, Raul is doing like songs like every other day. And some of them are just make your friggin' morning. Like I'll wake up and then I'll sit there and Raul is doing some of the, like he'll just do a song and it just makes your fucking day. It could be the shittiest day and he's having fun. The little electronic thing that he's using is having fun. It's just so friggin' great to watch. And it's like, he did Samba yesterday and it was so friggin' awesome. It just made you happy. And he does it, like he does that. So I just, I'd love to have Raul.
He's one of the best singers out there right now.
I think, it's not to have a guy crush on someone, but goddamn Raul, that is a voice.
Drew, I know you're disappointed because the Mavericks were scheduled to play.
Speaking of artists doing stuff
later this summer,
right?
And we don't know when they're going to hit the road again.
Right.
Yeah.
What were you going to say, Marcus?
I was going to say, speaking of artists performing stuff online because they're all stuck at home, has anyone seen Kurt Smith and his daughter performing Mad World?
Yes.
I actually posted that last week.
It's really good.
His daughter is so good. Better than him.
I'm like, this was.
Hey, Chris, stop.
Yeah.
No, she's very talented. She's
no, you know what's really awesome. So Stephanie and I saw them 2 years ago at Red Bank in that one, Count Basie.
Count Basie Theater.
And was it Kurt or Chris that Kurt? I think it was Kurt that looked over and was like looked down at like And and we were just like, really? Because we were front row. And I thought it was funny. I mean cleavage. It was funny, damn it.
Speaking of other artists that are performing on Facebook.
Oh, really? Crickets on that one. Kiss my ass.
Oh,
But you know what?
I have a delay.
No, but honestly, that show, that was like sort of like, it seemed like it was a best of show, but it was just a really great show, and I've always wanted to see Tears for Fears, and I friggin' love them. And Ming Chen put up the link for, what was it, Ming? Miles Hunt is doing an hour set every Saturday morning for 3 weeks.
Oh, Miles Hunt's doing it. Okay.
Yeah, Tim Purcell put that up there.
Love Miles.
Hunt from the Wonder Stuff. Love it.
Yep. Love Miles a lot.
Yes. If I can mention an artist from back on our 106.3 days, back in
No.
the mid-90s, a band called
No,
Caulfields.
No,
I'm mentioning
you can't.
Tough.
No.
Don't give me crap. I'll flag you, pal.
Okay, fine.
Caulfields had played Surf Stock. They were a really popular band right around 94, 95. Props to John Fay. John's been playing every Monday night on Facebook. Recently did the whole debut album, Whirligig, in its entirety. He's been taking requests. He's been doing some fun stuff. If you're looking for another artist from that era of music, check out John on Facebook as well.
You know who I want to get too? And you, actually all you guys. Maybe, I don't know, Marcus. Maybe, I think you like them too. Mighty Lemon Drops, since they're
yeah.
One
They were awesome.
state away from us.
You know,
God
I didn't
damn
delve
it.
into
Can
it as much as I should have, but
they're one
what I
state
heard is
away.
awesome.
One of the things I was going to bring up about that was going to involve Mighty Lemon Drops was going back to the venues. If any of you've ever done like a double night from City Gardens to like the Pony, and there. So one night we saw, I believe it was the Orb at City Gardens. It was an early show, and then hightailed it to the Pony and saw the Mighty Lemon Drops. So
Nice.
So yeah,
that's awesome.
That was like
That was
I
like
have to look who the
That was a night.
yeah.
That was a very
90
90s
yeah.
evening.
Yeah,
It was like 90 miles an hour down 195 is what it was.
yeah. We made it though. We made it. So
A lot of 90s.
Don't act like any of you people have never done that. Don't act like you said, "Hey, I'm going to go to one bar, then either go to go to another bar," and now you all.
oh, I still do it.
Every
He's breaking up, but I think he's cussing at us.
Hey, look, he's frozen in time.
Uh-oh, he's frozen. He's frozen.
I'll bring this up all the time. Yeah. You know what's really weird? Everyone seems to be popping in or out on the screen. No, like I said, Marcus knows Wayne, right, Marcus? And Rob knows Wayne, my best friend Wayne.
I do.
Remember Wayne? Yes. So me and Wayne did Aldo's. Yeah, we did Aldo's Pipeline, the Loop, the Melody, and the Roxy all in one night.
Nice.
And he's proud of that one. He can tell.
He's going to be telling his grandkids about that one.
Yeah, tell me anybody else that did that. He did that, and he still had to go back to Elizabeth to go home.
It's almost like, yeah, that motherfucker.
And then back to Elizabeth. Yow. Okay.
What else you got? It's all you guys. I'm done.
I definitely remember closing up the Melody and going into the city to go to Tunnel or Limelight.
Ah, okay.
Those were some nights.
No, Limelight. We did the Limelight one night. We left the Melody and went to the Limelight.
Waiting for the Melody to close, and then they'd open till 4, or they'd close the bars at 4, and they'd keep the club open till like 10 in the morning. They'd stop serving alcohol at 4 in the morning, but they would keep the club open till like 10 a.m.
Wow.
I think it was a Sunday, Monday, or Tuesday back in the day that I keep on rehashing this because you guys. No. Stop saying you're sorry. This is what we do. That Sunday, Monday, or Tuesday that we left the Melody and went to the Limelight. It was like the bar and go see Kiss at the Limelight at like 4 o'clock in the morning or 3 o'clock in the morning. It was really weird.
Yeah, those were the days where you stood up the whole night, you saw the sun come up, and you're looking at it going, yeah, made it through the night. If you
do that.
Now I got to go to work.
Son going, hi.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hi, I'm sorry I stayed up that late.
I have pain.
Bingo.
Yeah.
Exactly. I swear I'll never do that again.
Well, that killed it.
Okay, Drew.
I
always
accidentally saw Flock of
Mike is gonna
Seagulls
do-
at the Limelight one night.
Okay.
I remember going to Limelight just randomly one night, and some band was on, and I was like, "Oh wow, this band's pretty good." So it was the '90s, so, and like so I wasn't thinking Flock of Seagulls, so I'm like,
Yeah.
"This is good, and then like towards the end of the set, they go, "This next one's called Iran,"
Oh shit.
and then they go into Iran, and I was like, "Holy shit, I'm seeing Flock of Seagulls live." I was like, and they were really good. Like they were playing a lot of
That's
stuff
so
I
weird.
wasn't familiar with.
So by the
I
way, just on the right hand side,
knew
on
a
the
lot of the
comments,
hits, but
the
yeah, I didn't know some of the album tracks I guess they were playing, or maybe even new songs for the '90s. I didn't even know.
Yeah, Marcus only knew the medley of the one hit that
that's
they
weird.
had.
Yeah.
apparently.
you know what's really weird? I'm getting unstable.
Well, yes, you are.
Oh, Drew's unstable? I'm shocked.
Yeah, geez.
Oh, that link that made
Well,
And Drew is now frozen in time.
is he Ming or is it everyone losing it?
Well, Drew, here's the good news. You've gone an hour. You can wrap it up if you'd like.
What?
Hamilton.
What does Ming want us to do?
we
Ming,
bowed.
jump in. Are you there?
Try to think. Post.
Say hello.
I'm here.
There's Ming.
I'm here. Take a few more minutes if you
Everybody
need it.
give a
Go
plug
for
to
it.
whatever.
Yeah, we got to get Drew back. I think he was watching the video and it's taking up all his bandwidth. So he looks like he's back now.
There you go. And now
Okay,
it's
so-
time for closing credits with DJ Melodrama.
Yep.
Thank you, Ming. And then he just punches out. It's just like, look at the screen, and he's gone.
He's God in a
All right,
box, basically.
God in a box.
I'm
That
the
should be.
god
That's a
of the
good.
box.
That's a good name for a band or a TV show or a video. God in a box.
Well, the Latin
Or
is
just
Deus
a-
Ex Machina,
It's sort of like a Justin Timberlake Saturday Night Live skit.
Either that or M. Jared Leto is going to be playing God. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In a box. We
God
don't
in
know
a
if he's
box.
dead or alive. He's in the box.
Yeah.
Schrodinger's
We
God.
lost Marcus. Marcus, where did you go? Maybe.
Well, he saw the time. He knows that we're running out of time.
All right, Chris, you want to do your things? Do you have anything to
All
say?
right. I have to say thank
That-
you guys
that's
for
not-
having me for my first podcast. I'm DJ C Rex, Chris Van Orden. Can't wait to do this one again. Maybe next time spin some tunes.
All right.
Yeah, we're gonna. I talked to Ming about that. We're gonna work on doing a DJ night. I just got to figure out how many DJs want to do it and how long everyone wants to do it for.
Okay.
Cool.
Sean.
Well, we have altrockradio.com running at all times at altrockradio.com. We've got the Alt Rock Radio Showcase coming up Fridays at 11 on 90.5 The Night, and also repeated on Alt Rock Radio Sundays at, Sundays at 4 p.m., Saturdays at, Sundays at 10 a.m., Saturdays at 2 p.m., and over at whynotradio.net, you can catch Alt Rock Radio there Sundays at 9. So there you go.
There you go. I guess I'll take the initiative and say the A game with Rob back and forth. My podcast will be up soon. Matter of fact, on Wednesday night, back at 7:00. If you're into football, a little preview of the NFL draft with the former New York Giant wide receiver, the touchdown maker Stephen Baker. Also, the month of May on the A game, I got some great musical guests.
I'm here.
And more than likely, we will have it confirmed very shortly. Some of the members of Dramarama should be on that podcast without a doubt. Yeah.
Yeah, actually, I
I
need the record. I haven't got it yet. I got it.
Oh, no, Sean, get it. There's like 5.
Yeah, no,
really good cuts on
it
there.
hasn't floated into my inbox yet, so I gotta work that.
Yeah, real quick for the guys, the album's called Color TV. It'll be out. The whole full album will be available May 1st.
Looking forward to that.
Absolutely. All right,
And
DJ Marcus,
Mello has frozen. DJ Marcus, what do you got?
Everybody, the whole thing completely froze on me. I had to log off. I think it basically booted me out. So I had to. I had no choice. I kind of missed everything there, but I'm not doing anything right now. But we were working on possibly doing something at the Saint, as long as they're still around after everything opens back up. I think I will be doing some stuff there with you guys, with Drew, and I think John Matthews will be spinning. I'm hopefully going to be doing some stuff around New Brunswick as well. I'm always trying to do stuff at Destination Dogs and Fado Americano. They're really the only two places worth mentioning in New Brunswick, really. I know a lot of people are soured on New Brunswick, at least for the live music. But
Marcus, I didn't expect to hear that from you, but that's really cool.
What's that?
That you actually,
Those two
you
places?
actually, you called it out. You called out New Brunswick for what it is.
Oh no, New Brunswick's revamp has been focused more on, like, I think drinks and food and like the live stuff. There's been like live music, like band wise, but for DJs it's been kind of like for stuff that we're trying to do, it's been kind of a dead space. I think it has to do with like the college kids not really listening to a lot of this stuff, I think. Personally, that's how I look at it.
Yeah, but it's also the band thing. Come on, like what kind of bands are playing in New Brunswick? No one. It's like if the bands.
Well, that's the thing for live music. I mean, it's more like
cover.
I would say it's more like jazz type stuff. Like it's more like it's not what it used to be. It's like if you're looking for stuff like that the Melody used to have or the Court Tavern used to have. There's really not a venue that's doing that in New Brunswick.
Yeah,
and. Yeah.
I like that. Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah. I mean, but I can't even picture any place in New Brunswick that's even still open to do something like that either. So
well, you have to give props to the Ellen Witch, because every once in a while they will do something really cool.
Yeah, but they don't really have the space. That's literally around. You might be able to see that out my window.
Yeah.
Where's my window? I'm literally around the corner from Ellen Witch.
Okay.
You can't actually see it out my window, but I could. It's that way.
It's over there.
But yeah.
There.
It's that way.
There.
Okay.
Well, all right.
Does Rutgers still book bands? I don't think Rutgers still does bands.
No, hardly at all.
For like just I don't think they. I know they have like Rutgers Day. I think they sometimes have bands out in the streets and stuff. I don't know if any of the Rutgers gym or anything.
No, Rutgers Day. When me and Mike were doing that gig we didn't do it at the Corner Tavern. It was like that night. It was that night they had like that one of the horrible incidents at Rutgers Day, because Rutgers Day always turns into a friggin' incident.
Yeah.
I'm just in Rutgers and I don't care.
Ouch.
So where am I? Are you done, Marcus, or you have any more?
I'm probably gonna spin a set live on Facebook after this is over.
All right.
If my camera works.
Okay, cool.
Have at it.
Let me see. So me. Is it? I got connected. I just got disconnected. I'm back. Everyone do their thing.
You get to wrap it up.
Yeah, we all did our thing.
Yeah, I get to wrap it up. Hey. Who's not using a phone?
I'm not using a phone. Why?
What's the tally up for the Saint on the GoFundMe?
Oh, let me find out. Hang on.
That's a good way to wrap up.
Yeah.
Well,
because I wonder if it went up another. Let me look at my feed.
$2,000 every hour. So aside from that,
it's almost at 26,000. Almost at 26,000.
Good, awesome. I'm not leaving it on that, but I love the Saint, love Scott, love Meg. Please keep on supporting wherever you go, wherever is your home. Cheers, I hate that thing. Just support them more than you normally do.
And if they don't make $50,000, or if they do make $50,000, I swear not to sing "You'll Never Walk Alone."
Wow.
Thank you, Jerry.
GoFundMe.
It was finally out of our heads.
And they're already at 25 in one day. So hopefully we can get them up to 50,000.
Yeah, I think that's
another day or so. So I think that.
Thank you.
I think it's gonna, but it can't happen without your help. See?
hey, we're doing a what you would call a fundraiser for PBS. If we can you can watch these shows more often if you just give a little. You can either do a sustained or a one shot.
And with a $200 donation, we will give you the compilation CD from Alt Rock that Sean Carolyn will personally autograph.
Going back to Mello's latest comment, I think she said. That's what she said. It didn't happen, but it's okay.
That's what she. We're doing. That's what she said. Now
you're gonna sustained or a one shot.
Yeah.
Oh, it's either that or go. You stole my song.
Right.
But it wouldn't have worked in that case.
So I think.
God, we lost Marcus again.
So it's goodbye from us, and it's goodbye from you.
No, wait. No, wait. Ming, give me one more second. I wanted to wrap up in better way.
Wrap it up, will ya?
You guys talk too much.
It's a podcast. We're supposed to talk.
That's my hello. How you doing?
Hello to you too.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Marcus. If you ever come back. Oh, there you are. We lost. Oh, good. Marcus is back. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Marcus. Save the Saint. That is awesome, Chris. Let me see. So we have Alt Rock, the A Game. Marcus doing his gigs in New Brunswick. Pay attention to the Halo Degeneration page, the You Stole My Song page. Big shout out to A Shared Universe and Ming and the whole crew. And I always have to do, even though I haven't seen him in a while, a shout out to You Stole My Shorts crew, because you guys got me. You stole my shorts again. God damn it! I fucked that up. Hang on to your shorts. God damn you!
We need to do You Stole My Shorts at some point. We got.
Hang on to your shorts, guys. I got to do a podcast. We got to do one big one. God damn it! It's like the third time I did that, right? Yeah. Thank you, Rob. I'm an idiot. Leave me alone. Oh wait.
Hey, who got the bill that time?
Me.
Yourself?
Yeah, me. Alt Rock Radio. What is? Oh, look at Sean with this little iPad. Alt Rock Radio.
We went sideways. There we go.
Oh wait, Sean. Just out of curiosity, who? So you have Iron Mike doing
Iron Mike
show.
on Sunday nights. Yeah.
Who else do you have?
Well, Pat Pearson's been doing it lately. He didn't do it this past Saturday night, but every now and again, when the mood strikes him, I'll run one of his playlists. He does good stuff. Mike Marone's now putting his stuff up on Thursday nights at 9 p.m. So Mike Marone from FM 106.3 and from XM's The Loft, Sirius XM's The Loft. And we have Why Not Radio's own show at 9 p.m. On Alt Rock Radio as well. And then whenever I open up the mic at some point by surprise.
And Sean, we did this earlier. What's the next podcast date?
The next podcast date is May 3rd.
Okay.
May 3rd at 8 p.m.
All right. And
so if you're liking what you're seeing, you'll see a lot more of it.
There you go.
We're fluid. We work on this. We're trying to be fluid. We didn't get to anything we were supposed to.
Yeah. So we've got lots of topics for next time.
It's like it's the way we DJ. We're fluid. We're like water.
Right, sure.
All right,
Ming, do you want to say? Wait. Does Ming want to say anything before we get off?
Yeah.
You guys are great. Thank you, guys. Thank you for all your support. And
that's the world's longest goodbye.
I know, and can't wait to hear you guys spin again. You guys are great.
No, we can't either.
Thanks, Ming.
Thank you.
Okay. Peace out. And we'll set up a DJ gig with Sping. We'll tell you.
All right.
A DJ gig with Ming. Yeah.
Peace out, guys.
Peace out.
Good night. Thanks.